What's going on, brothers and sisters? Joel's back with another reasoning session where I challenge the status quo of the wisdom of the world and the church by delving deep into the ancient scriptures and applying them practically to situations in our present time.
Come now and let us reason together. Come now, we can talk it over.
But before I begin, I gotta say, if you like these videos, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe for more like content, because I'm always making videos like this. The time is now, and it's urgent that we really understand the deeper nature of what the institutions have been hiding from us all along. But with that out of the way, I'm just gonna jump straight into it. The text today comes from the 125th Tehillim, or psalm, which is a song of degrees or a song of ascents, meaning that this was a song sung by pilgrims as they were on their way ascending up the incline towards the hills of Jerusalem for the feasts and the sacrifices. It starts out, "They that trust in Yahweh shall be as Mount Zion, which cannot be removed, but abides forever." Now this of course refers to the mountain on every level. We're not just talking about the physical level, which still exists in our day. It seems like every opposing government wants to wipe out this city from off the map. But this is also Mount Zion in the physical body. This is also spiritual Mount Zion. This kingdom abides forever. As the mountains are round about Jerusalem, so Yahweh is round about his people from henceforth, even for forever. So when we trust in Yahweh, which is literally the aspect of source that embodies divine justice, literally like what you put out is what you get back. You know, other groups that aren't using the King James language call it karma chips. It's the same thing, it's just a different way of referring to it using a different terminology. And sometimes we wonder when we see wicked in the world, you know, we're wondering like, why aren't their chips being cashed in? But it's because this force that is embodied in the name Yahweh is actually giving them time to realize their mistake and turn around and start to put in good seeds. Because the harvest of this universe is steered towards good. It's steered towards love. It's steered towards this kind of community. But that doesn't mean that people can just keep sowing evil seeds and continuously be off the hook. That means that eventually it will reach a tipping point and their harvest is set to come upon them. For the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous, lest the righteous put forth their hands into iniquity. So it's showing here that there is a polarity in the world. There is the righteous and there is the wicked. And the wicked shall continue to do wickedly, as the prophet Daniel said. But they cannot be allowed to continue forever, because if they are, then that will steer the universe in that direction. So in order to keep purity among those who are already pure and to make the universe conform to a better state of love and harmony, this system is not allowed to continue forever. And that's what I want to touch on today, because no matter what the circumstances are in the media, actually whatever the media is perpetrating, because that's just a narrative and there's things going on behind the scenes that are completely opposite, and when it all comes up to the surface, man, we're gonna be shocked. And it's reaching a tipping point right now. I'm saying that stuff is going to be revealed in the next little while that's just going to change everything. But it's not the revelation of the information that's going to change things, because these things have already been changed. It's just a matter of playing the chess game, because Team White already knows the moves to validate the checkmate. But there are still moves that have to be made in order to reach that. But we're fast approaching the move that is going to declare checkmate. And from there, we're going to enter into a new phase, which is Earth 2.0. Yahweh is not mocked, because whatever a man sows, so shall he reap. And we've seen the evil forces sow a lot of manipulation in the last little while. It's like the floodgates are open and they don't even care anymore, because they're desperate. They have to do everything they can to maintain humanity from awakening, because it's really the great awakening that's happening. We're waking up to our nature as sovereigns. We're waking up to the secrets of the ancient scriptures that the institutions, that the Vatican, you know, across the world. This isn't just the Christian religions. It goes into how the Freemasons pulled Islam out of Petra and set up their own version of it in Saudi Arabia by a family of gangsters and all their Saturnian symbolism. This harvest is due upon the evildoers, because originally they too prayed facing Jerusalem. But I'm not talking about the evildoers today. I'm talking about us, the truth seekers that are actually seeking how to better our lives, to tap in with Source, and to embody that image in our lives so that we can actually begin to radiate it out and create the world from our own experiential centers of reference. We do that by tapping in with Divine Source. Allow Source Creator to actually become real to you. Have conversations with Him. And from there you'll be taught and guided into what you need to do. Do good, Yahweh, unto those that are good, and to them that are upright in their hearts. As for such as turn aside unto their crooked ways, Yahweh shall lead them forth with the workers of iniquity, but peace shall be upon Israel. And this applies to, not just the physical Israel, but Israel in the spiritual sense, which is the ecclesia, or the assembly of those of us that are tapped in, that are part of the body of Christ. So there is a harvest coming to both the evil and the good, and the only way to make sure that you're on the side of good is to keep sowing those good seeds, to keep tapped into Source and not given to fear, not given to hatred, because the media is trying to agonize us based on, oh, they're passing this mandate and they're just scoffing at us, sheeple or goyim, depending on who the subject is. But no, we can't succumb to that. We got to come at it from a higher dimension. Literally 5D consciousness, and look at it and just, kind of feel sorry for them. No matter how bad they are, no matter how treasonous they are. And even though we know that the sentence for treason is the death penalty, literally to be hung by the neck until dead, we can't rejoice in that aspect of it. But we can rejoice in what we have coming to us, because literally we are entering into phase 2.0 when the kingdom of heaven is literally born again in this earth plane. It's going to be taken from the wicked because they're not even the rightful heirs to this kingdom. And through their track record, you can see that they've manipulated and controlled and just decimated mankind. The Vatican could end world hunger like that, but they're sitting on more gold than ever before. Why do they need so much gold? Well, maybe that's a subject for a whole other episode. But like I said, it's not about them, it's about us. And when we tap into pure love, pure light, pure life, we are the catalyst. We are the divine hands, the body of Christ. Literally, Christ made flesh in this physical world, in this era, in this dispensation. And we are the ones to whom, after this all plays out and we do our part, Source will look at us and say, well done, good and faithful servant. Enter into the joy of your Lord. And that joy is coming. So I'm going to continue to make videos. Depending on what happens, I may not be posting every day. We may not even have access to the internet. But that's okay, because if you do have an access to the scriptures, just use that, because that's where I'm getting all my downloads from anyway. And I'm not asking any institutions or any other talking heads or pundits to teach me about it. I'm asking Source directly to teach me from my own heart what it's all about. And that's how I'm able to make videos anyway. So stay optimistic, keep the faith, and do your part in tapping in. If you're already being led to action, that's great. But tapping in is point number one. Get right with Source, allow Source to teach you things, and from there we will literally manifest our best life yet, the utopia that we knew we were deserving of all along. So I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. I really do, and I send you all blessings every night. We're all part of a high vibe tribe in this community, as I know the subscribers to these videos are. And I pray that we all awaken to our fullest potential, because really Source doesn't want anything less for any of us. We all deserve to live our ideal lives with the dreams and the visions that Source has planted in our hearts from the very beginning, that institutions and government and media and education have all tried to stifle, but they can never kill the life force that Source really is. So with that being said, Joel's going to sign out once again. I'll check you in another video. Agape, Salaam, Namaste, Shalom.